Hi, welcome to another amazing day in your position as a supervisor. Today we want to talk to you in how you can improve your skills and ensure that you are successful in what you are doing. So first, allow me to congratulate you on your position as a supervisor. It may be a bit daunting and I'm not sure how your company selected you, but whatever way that it was chosen, you must have been an amazing worker. So let's talk about it. What really is your role as a supervisor? Think about it. You are the link between upper management and lower management. So you are responsible to ensure that you monitor the performance of your team members, which means that you must ensure that they have the correct tools, equipment, requisite skills, and that they must perform the task according to what the company requires in the stipulated time frame. The moment you have that on lock, then you will have a successful and effective team. So here are 3 skills that you must master as a supervisor. 1, technical skills. 2, interpersonal skills. 3, conceptual skills. So for technical skills, it means that you have the hands-on knowledge of how to do all the tasks that your department must do and function for the success of the company, which means all tools, all equipment, all processes and procedures, you must know how to do them. The interesting thing is that if you were an amazing team member, perhaps the company chose you to be supervisor because you were stellar. But interestingly though, being a supervisor requires that you have more than just technical skills. And this is where interpersonal skills comes in. Now with interpersonal skill, it means that you have a way with people. There is this certain je ne sais quoi. So you're able to motivate your team members, you're able to listen to their problems and find ways to solve them. Now by doing this, you strengthen the bond in your department and help to bring about success. So if you can't talk to persons, now is the best time to try to find a coach who will teach you how you talk to persons. Now lastly, conceptual skills. Now this is a little bit tricky, and most persons believe that only managers should have conceptual skills. But with conceptual skills, it means that you're able to analyze issues that are within your department and see how best it is that these issues, if not solved, will create a disaster for the entire company. So you must be able to foresee what issues can occur and ways in which you can put strategies in place that these do not create any sort of problem in the future. So remember, top 3 skills: interpersonal, technical, and conceptual. So this is the big transition. This is more than just a haircut and a new suit. You are now responsible for an entire department. The entire success of the company rests on your shoulder. So before you do this transition, here are 6 things that you must do to ensure that you move seamlessly in your new position. 1, you are 1 level above your peers. So yesterday you were merely a team member, but today you are assigned a supervisor. Just imagine how persons will be perceiving you. Now remember one thing, do not allow your team members to influence any decisions that you have to make. You are now responsible for monitoring their performance, and as a result, all responsibilities and decision making comes down to you. So ensure that all friendships which are familiar, that they'll have to end right now. You are now the leader of the group, and therefore you must ensure that persons listen to what you say. Don't be a bully, don't become brutal, but ensure that that familiarity stops. It's all about duties and responsibilities. A second thing that you must do is get training. We can't stress this enough. So the technical skills that you had before made you a stellar team member, but being a supervisor, it's a little bit higher than before. So guess what? You have to find workshops. Ask your HR manager if there are internal or external workshops that they can put on to ensure that you can become trained. If they don't have any, then you might want to find a local university or community training center that offers such training. And should there be none at all, because you've looked high and low, well, find another person who is a supervisor to mentor you. Mentorship and training, the same thing. But ensure though that if you're mentored by someone, that you do not pick up any of their bad habits. A third thing that you want to do the moment you become supervisor is have one-on-one sittings. Now, this may seem a little bit daunting because persons may become suspicious of how you became supervisor and they were not chosen. So during this sit down, this is where you allow persons to open up and talk about all the feelings, all hesitations or resistance that they may have. Do not feel compelled to bully or do not feel offended if they believe that you were not the perfect person for the job. Just take it in stride and understand that this sit down gives you an opportunity to know your team members, especially if you are new and you have no idea of how the whole culture of this department is. This is the perfect opportunity to get to know them. Next, be a professional. I cannot stress how important it is that you should always be a professional. This comes with more than just being neat in how you dress and how your appearance is. It speaks to how you behave, your whole demeanor. We're asking that at all times, that you are professional in your behavior, which means that is charisma and that is confidence. So this confidence, kindly do not mistake it with arrogance. We're asking that you are soft-spoken, that you listen well, and that you speak well, because you're representing your company, your department, and your team members. Now, another step that you have to do is eliminating bad habits. Now, this may be a little bit hard to do because we are creatures of habits. And if this was something that was fostered before you coming in, it can create a rift. But you must understand that company success is the aim of why you were chosen to become a supervisor. So habits like absenteeism, persons coming to work late, persons not doing their task on time, these are things that must be stamped out immediately. There should be no tolerance for it whatsoever. So what you might want to do is to write policies that persons in the department can follow. Allow that these policies, of course, must be approved by upper management and must be placed in an area where persons have access to it. Now, when team members have access to the new rules of the department, they'll be able to comply. And of course, when you're putting these policies in place, ensure that everyone is on board and everyone had access to understanding exactly what it is that they'll have to do. Now, another thing that you must do as you transition into your new role is that you have to create a plan for your department. If there's no plan, the department will fail. So it is best to have what are known as 90-day strategies. So here it is, you would break down what the mission of your department is, and you will assign to different persons in your department different skills or different duties that they'll have to do. Now ensure that this game plan ends up at the end of the day the success of the department and the success of the company. If these game plans are not aligned with the duties and responsibilities of your team members, trust me, this will be total disaster. So let's go over the 6 strategies again. Number 1, you are 1 level above your peers. 2, ensure that you get trained. 3, always be a professional. 4, have your one-on-ones. 5, eliminate all bad habits. And 6, ensure that you have a game plan. So I'm confident that you are now ready to become a supervisor. I hope you have an amazing day. And remember, I see you at the flip side of being super. Bye.